What's going on, guys? Moving through for you. In today's video, we're going to go over one of the most underrated players in all of baseball and potentially in the baseball card hobby. If you guys don't already know, Jarren Duran has been an absolute terror this year. He's probably going to be an all-star here. Was one of the bigger all-star snubs of this year's voting. And in today's video, we're going to go over his statistics, the improvements that he's made since he's made his debut in 2021, and go over his trading card market and why potentially you should be looking into buying or getting or selling his trading cards. Now, before we get into that there, of course, this is not meant to be taken as financial advice. I am not telling you to go out and buy tons of his autographs, his parallels, his rookie cards. I am not telling you to do that. I just personally think, and I may be a little bit biased here, Jarren Duran is a very exciting player. I'm a Red Sox fan, so I think he's very, very exciting. We're going to compare him to some other players who do extremely well in the hobby, and just the fact that what he's doing right now in this year and what he's projected to do going forward, I think it's going to make it a very intriguing player just in overall baseball and the overall hobby itself. So with all that being said, let's dive deep into the video. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the numbers for Jarren Duran since he got the call in 2021. So you can see here in 33 games, not the best of showing. Only had 2 home runs, drove in 10, batting average sitting at 215, striking out almost on over 35%, on base percentage sitting at 241, ISO at 121, BABIP 318, WOBA 247. It was a negative WAR, so it was a below average player. 2022 had 58 games under his belt, but still was basically performing almost the same. Hitting at 221. K percentage was a little bit lower, so that is a pretty good sign. We'll see that being a trend here. But again, some of the advanced metrics here still being below where you do not want to see him, still being a negative WAR player. Now, 2023 is when he had his little bit of his mini breakthrough. Only played in 102 games, so he basically almost doubled that. Was dealing with a foot injury towards the end of the year, so that did keep him out. But you can see here in this showing, did put up some pretty good numbers. Had 8 home runs, drove in 40. Had 24 stolen bags, hit almost close to 300. You can see the K percentage going down, walk percentage staying pretty consistent, which is pretty good. This is what you want to see here in the majors. On base percentage sitting over 340, ISO 187, BABIP 381, WOBA 354, and it was a 2.5 WAR. So finally made that breakthrough and was a positive WAR player. Now 2024, this is where we're seeing the big strides for Jarren Duran. This is why I'm very excited for his future, because he's making some really good strides both offensively and defensively, which is what we'll go also take a look at here further down the video. But you can see here in entering his 27H season, so he is a little bit on the older side. It's showing here 84 games, but for some reason it has not updated here because he did hit a home run tonight. So in 83 games technically, 9 home runs, so he's already surpassed his total in these lesser games. Scored 57 runs more, and again, lesser games. Drove in 39, so technically now he's at 40. Walk percentage here, you can see here at 8.1%, and the strikeout percentage still dropping down below 2%. So you can see the improvements here that he's making. Stealing 20 bags, 23 doubles, 10 triples. We didn't even highlight the 34 doubles that he hit last year. So he's already pretty close to that. WRC plus sitting at 130 and has a WAR close to 4. We'll take a look at his B WAR as well, because he is a little bit above that as well. But you can see here just what he's doing right now. He's made some pretty big strides in this year's 2024 season. Now, and some also key things here to look at for Jarren Duran. With his 23 doubles, he is tied for 5th in doubles. He leads the American League in doubles. He's 1st in triples in all of majors, and he's 8th in stolen bases. And a little nugget here that I found for you guys, if you guys like, advanced statistics or little fun, like little nuggets that, people like to put on Twitter. I found this one for myself from my knowledge. I'm not saying maybe there is somebody else who may have came up with it, but just based on my research alone, in the span of 183 games since 1920, Jarren Duran is the only player in Boston Red Sox history to achieve the following statistical milestones with at least 20 stolen bases, at least 10 triples, and 9 home runs. So when you think about that and you put that into context, that is very, very surprising and very, very good for Jarren Duran. So these numbers here, and you could just put everything all together, he's having a phenomenal year. Now, like I just mentioned here, baseball reference here, and their B WAR is a little bit different from Fangraphs just because they look at defensive metrics a little bit differently. But you can take a look here, WAR by position players. Of course, Gunnar Henderson is putting up a great year, sitting at 6.1. Aaron Judge is right even at 6. Shohei Ohtani is 4.8, and Jarren Duran is 4.6. So consider that. Yes, Shohei Ohtani is a DH, but the fact that Jarren Duran is a 4.6 and has not getting the comparison to Shohei Ohtani. Now, I'm not saying Jarren Duran obviously is not Shohei Ohtani, but the fact that he's 0.2 points lower than him is pretty impressive. He's higher than Bobby Witt, and he's higher than Ketel Marte and Juan Soto. Ketel Marte is very underrated, but the fact that he's higher than Juan Soto, he's higher than Bobby Witt, he's a little bit lower than Aaron Judge and Gunnar Henderson. Jarren Duran, again, it's further proving that he's putting up a phenomenal year. So, of course, the next thing I like to do here is look at Baseball Savant. Basically, Baseball Savant, they take all those numbers and put them on a spreadsheet and a graph type sheet here. So you can see here what they're doing compared to the rest of the league. Now, you can see here in 2022, you're going to see a lot of blues. He didn't play that much, and obviously his numbers were not that great. So, a lot of blues here. 2023, while that was his mini breakout year, we're still seeing a lot of blues here. And when it comes to barrel percentage, his expected WOBA, expected slugging, his chase percentage, his whiff percentage, his K percentage, and his fielding. You can see here the fielding percentage is not that good. And his sprint speed, obviously his running speed is all pretty consistent. But when you look at 2024, we're seeing a lot of reds, which anytime you're looking at Baseball Savant is what you want to see. So batting run value sitting at 16, base running value sitting at 3, fielding run value sitting at 4. We're seeing all reds here above 85% on the percentiles as far as expected WOBA, expected batting average, expected slugging, and average exit velocity. He's hitting the ball harder. Hard hit percentage is up. His sweet spot is up. Everything there is up, even when you look at the chase rate, which is what we also talked about. But the big thing as well, when it comes to an overall complete player, is going to be the fielding. We know he's an excellent base runner. He's hitting the ball hard. He's doing what he's supposed to do offensively. But now he's making the strides there defensively. You can see here the out above average is now sitting at 6. He doesn't have the best arm. If you watch any Red Sox games, you guys kind of can see that. He doesn't have the best arm, but the out above average, the jump on the ball, reading the ball, getting to those difficult fly balls, robbing home runs, that definitely makes up for that arm value and the arm strength. So those are big strides that he's making to be a more overall complete and five-tool player. Now, this one here might be a little bit controversial. I'm not saying he's better than J-Rod. J-Rod obviously is a lot younger than him, but we see it here in the hobby. J-Rod gets a lot of love when it comes to his overall trading cards. But looking at here, just numbers as far as of this year, look what the difference is between Jarren Duran and Julio Rodriguez. Jarren Duran at a 4.64, Julio Rodriguez at a 1.2 WAR. They're pretty similar in games. Jarren Duran has made it his goal to play 162, and that is his mission. But you can see here what he's done. Has more hits, more homers, more RBIs, more everything. So the fact that Julio Rodriguez still gets a lot of love in the hobby, but not Jarren Duran, makes you want to consider, what is the hobby doing as far as observing players, and and the hobby loves exciting players. We love, like look at Ellie de la Cruz. What do we love about him? He hits homers, he steals bags, he's fast, he's exciting defensively. That's exactly what Jarren Duran does. He's exciting offensively, he steals bags, he's jacked. Nobody talks about how jacked he is. He's robbing home runs, he's doing everything on the baseball field that I feel like if he gets more coverage, especially playing with the Boston Red Sox, a mainstream market, I feel like we're going to see an uptrend in his card market. So now let's go ahead and take a look at some cards. We all love the cards. So let's go ahead and take a look here to see what his cards here have been doing as far and relating to his performance. So let's first take a look here at a Jarren Duran 2020 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto at a PS 810. Has a current pop right now of 141. So you can see here, this is all data. We're looking at price changes as far as a percentage. So you can see here, 2021 sitting at an average sale of 550, then had the big drop here of 104. And of course, that was during his performance here, as we highlighted, 2021, not his best performance. 2022, I'm looking at everything here. I'm still pretty low as far as of that. And then, of course, went a little bit of an uptick here in 2022, and then slowly saw it coming back down. Again, his performance in 2022 was not the best. So pretty mediocre there. And then, of course, in 2023 is when we started seeing a little bit of the breakthrough, jumped up to 147, then it came back down again to 60. Then it came back up to 180. That's when he was performing well. Then he unfortunately did get hurt. And that is when we saw the price drop back down to be around $50. Now we can see here what it's doing right now in 2024. As far as March, 149. Went back down in April. And now we can see now what it's doing right now, going back to 160. Now, take a look here at a Chrome Prospect Auto at a 499. I believe this is his refractor. It sure is his refractor. We can see here sitting at $650. Had a straight arrow down. Again, that was based on his performance. Then went back up in 2023, which is when he was starting to break through. Got hurt. Went back down. Went back up in 2024. Went down again in April. And now it's slowly gone back up here, going towards the normal Chrome Prospect Auto. Now, I just threw these in for fun. These are nothing too crazy in terms of value, but we can see here his PSA 10. We'll look at it here raw. As far as of this card is refractor, just his normal rookie card. You can see here sitting at 99 cents. Let's see here, $1, and now it's at $4. So a little bit, obviously nothing too crazy as far as a price. And then his short print variation, I'm slowly collecting short prints. I like collecting short prints. I've slowly been getting into them here a little bit recently, but you can see here, let's hide these so we can take a look here at that a little bit easier. So you can see here was at $90. Then it went down to 34 at a PSA 10, and then went back up in 2023, 75, dropped back down to $27. So you could have picked this up for $27, and then went back down to 2024 for $12.50. A PSA 10 short print variation was for $12, and it has now slowly gone back up to 75. And is looking at it here raw, we see, of course, the uptrend here as well. So we saw $67. Then we're seeing it drop down. You could have picked this up for $2 at one point in 2022. $1.99 is what we're seeing these sales for a short print, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. Then we saw $3, $3, $5, and then now back here over $20. So if you have any short print Jarren Duran cards, and you're looking to flip them, it may be a good time to flip them. Now, of course, with this channel, I do want to be fully transparent with you guys. Obviously, as you can tell by the background, I am a Red Sox fan, so I am stacking a lot of Jarren Duran cards. I'm obviously not that big of an influencer to hype up the market, but I do want to be completely transparent with you guys. I do stack Jarren Duran cards. I picked up a lot of Jarren Duran cards here just for my overall PC, and I have sold some. So it's a player, again, that I think is very, very exciting. We looked at the numbers. We see what he's doing. My fiance loves Jarren Duran. She's collecting some of his cards, so that's always a good sign. When my fiance is buying the player's cards and she knows who he is, maybe a good sign here. You want to pick up more of those cards. So I just wanted to make that very clear. Love Jarren Duran. That's my guy. Have my own PC for him, and also have my other cards here that I'm also looking to sell, that I can venture back into the business. And that's going to be the end of the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know typically on the channel we talk a lot about prospects who are making their way up to the majors, who you might want to potentially take a look at here. Obviously Jarren Duran, an established player, so a little bit different from what we've seen on the channel. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys want to see more breakdowns of already established players and what they're doing right now in the majors and how it's affecting their cards, please feel free to leave a like and comment down below, and comment down below as well if there's another player you want to see me cover and dive deep into their statistics and or just overall cover their trading card market. If you guys have yet to hit the subscribe button, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I believe we're like 23-ish away from 500, so we're close on that giveaway. I don't know if I'm going to give away a slab. It's either going to be an SGC or PSA slab, obviously, of Ellie de la Cruz. So I don't know as far as of that, or a raw card of, a pretty good raw card. So I've yet to decide on that. But if you want to be entered in that giveaway, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. That is a free way to help support the channel. And all my other social medias are linked down in the description down below, along with my eBay store. So if you want to go buy some cards from me, eBay store, link down in the description down below. I do thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.